Hi, I'm Herb Moreland, Golf Director at Western Turnpike Golf Course, and we're going to continue with the tips of the week for the next 3 weeks. We're going to give Casey Childs a little break here, and I'm going to talk to you about some of the myths that are perpetrated in the golf swing, things that I see day in and day out after 31 years on the lesson tee. The first one is going to be keep your head down and your eye on the ball. And really that's probably a bad piece of advice, the worst piece of advice, because what happens as human beings, we have a radial lock. And I'm going to explain what that radial lock is. If you can just pretend that you're a ball looking up from the ground at me, and I'm going to go ahead and make my backswing. If I take my eyes off of you, you can see that my face is right over here because it's in line with my spine. As I swing through, if I take my eyes off of you, my face is over here and it's lined up with my spine. The radial lock in the golf swing is the fact that as a human being, when you're rotating away from an object that you're looking at, your eyes rotate backwards in their sockets to stay focused on that object. So you never have to tell yourself to keep your head down or your eye on the ball. And what I generally see people do is they're straining to go down here to keep their head on the ball, and they're straining to keep here to keep their head on the ball. None of that's correct. You want a free swinging motion with your head free to move. It makes its own little circle. Things that I see that are wrong and what causes someone's head to move up is in the backswing, they get frozen hands and arms. So they have to lift something to get the ball off the ground, so they lift their body up. On the downswing, they're generally coming from too steep of an angle. It's like an airplane taking a nosedive into the ground. So they're too steep up here, they start to come down into the ground, and they have to bail out and lift up. The best way to think about staying steady is stay centered. Think of your spine angle, think of yourself as a T. The T goes across your shoulders and down your spine. The first drill would be to go ahead and wind yourself up against your legs like this, and on the downswing, same thing. So again, keep your spine angle the same both ways. Another tip is to put a club across your shoulders like this, make your pivot, have a ball teed up, and this club should point just outside that ball on both ways. A good transition drill would be to put the club in your stomach, reach down the shaft with extended arms, and start your swing back this way and push your arms away. So again, don't worry about keeping your head down or your eye on the ball. They're in the same family. Worry about maintaining your spine angle throughout the swing. Thanks, and we'll see you next week.